Well, I believe I'm live now. Thank you for everybody who does tune in to On the Mic with Loudmouth Matt. And that's me. I'm a very opinionated young man, um, and I will tell it the way I see it. And I do support it with facts if it comes down to time to where, okay, time to show receipts. Here you go. With that now being said, I surely hope this is being recorded too. Anyway, I'm new to this whole YouTube blogging and I podcasting stuff. I'm new to all that. Okay. Now, with that being said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's look, I am one for the Constitution. I may not know exactly what's in it all the time. I may get article whatever confused with another article, but for the most part, I'm pretty much on it. So with that now being said, if you, well, I don't know if I can do it right now, but see, there it is. There they are. So as of now, because of my podcast and YouTube channel that I'm trying to create, I have them right here on my wall, so I can be like, okay, so you're saying so such and such. I can be like, well, you're wrong due to section 3 in such and such, or what have you. I got it here on the walls. Okay, and uh, I gotta fix that. Eh, it's okay for now. Anyway, so yeah, I want to have a little bit of fun with this. For the next day or two, I'm not gonna really be how do I want to say it all in it like blah 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 blah. I'm trying to put my feet in at first. I want to get my feet wet and go from there on that aspect. And damn, that's pretty cool. Anyway, so I don't know why I did this to be alive, but anyway, I do want to get stuff out there and and all that good stuff. So I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I am on Blue Sky. I'm on uh, Truth Social. Don't don't ask why. It's because of the podcast and everything that I'm trying to start. Um, so yeah, I'm on the right wing outlets also. Same name on the mic with Loudmouth Matt. And again, yeah, I know. Again, I'm trying to get out there and have some fun, put some knowledge out there, and have a little bit of fun with it. And a little bit more about me. If we're in the game calling a spade, I'm gonna say let's just call it straight out and just say a spade's a spade. So I am tired of beating around the bush. I am tired of being the neighbor that keeps your keeps my mouth shut and all that good stuff. I'm tired of it. I want to make some changes. And thank you for submitting your service request. Anyway, I don't know. So yeah, you know, I'm tired. I am completely tired of I, I don't even have words to say it. And to be honest, I mean, I'm not a stupid guy, but I'm not the smartest guy neither. But we you fucking right wing people, you Republicans and you conservatives and your white nationalists and you white supremacy ass clowns. I'm at the point now. I'm scratching my head. And every time you type those types of people have always rose to power when they have, they always fell, and it never took too long for them to fall. Okay. Um, we're gonna have to get every able person of mind to say, you know what, we got to make a change, and we can't be going through the nonsense that we're going through. I mean, I'm scratching my head, people. Really, I am. I'm at a. Uh, I really have no words for anybody or anything at this point. I mean, okay, there we go. Yeah, knock that off. So again, we gotta really, really do some betterness. Be better people for our kids and our grandkids to say, you know what, my grandparents, they were on the side of history, the white side. I can say that about both my grandfathers. Um, my one grandfather's on my mom's side. He fought in World War II. He fought against the fascism that Germany was doing because of the Nazis. And my dad's father, my grandfather on my father's side of the family, he was in Korea. He was there from, I think he said, from 51 to 53 ish, in that time frame. Um, I know some of his stories, which I can sit here and smile at him because I get his humor in his certain stories. I see his anguish and his sorrow in the others. Um, with that being said, mm, I'm totally a loss for words. Hmm. So I've been on for about 7.5 minutes. Um, I'm gonna start trying to do this more and more frequently. Uh, now, with me saying that, I want to try at least to do once a day for an hour. Um, I don't know around what time, uh, but once I figure that out to be a consistent time, that's what I'm going to try to do it every day at that particular time. Right now, like I said, I'm getting my feet wet. I'm dabbing in a little bit. And yeah, I wanna get into your minds to find out, like, okay, you voted for this dude, or you voted for her, or you voted for the third party. Why? And now do you regret your vote? Or do you now have reservations about the way you voted? Or do you have reservations on with what he's doing? Y- y- these are the questions that we have to ask you people. And I don't see really where the problem is at with growing as a society and as a country. I mean, they go hand in hand. And I'm kind of at words now. So I'm hoping that this is going to be all good. I hope this works out for me. I enjoy this. I love talking politics. Um, yeah, I'm a left winger. I consider myself an independent. Now, with me saying that, this is how I justify me. I feel that I'm more of an independent, left leaning than right leaning. Okay. I was old enough to vote in the 2000 elections. I didn't vote in that because I was out in Wyoming for trade school. Now, at that time, I didn't know what the laws were or didn't really care about finding out about how the laws work for voting. Um, Now, with me stating that, um, That's when I got into politics a lot. Mostly is when I got into politics. Now, when I say that, that's when I started paying attention. I started looking more into the candidates and what they were standing for and what they wanted to do. So as I started looking into that more and more, I was like, well, I do agree with the Dems on 90% of the things. I truly, I do. And for the Republicans, and I say true Republicans, not MAGA, not the Tea Party Republicans. I mean true conservative Republicans, or what I would call, I guess the Democrats call them the Reagan Democrats or whatever. I don't believe in that term. It's either you are or you're not for most cases. But the 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 old school Republicans, John McCain, George Bush too. Don't get me started on Reagan. This is when a lot of all these problems started to happen. We'll get into that into another podcast and another YouTube video on what my opinion is about Reagan and why and that stuff. Um, Now John McCain, Bush two, Bush one. Yeah, he's the old Republican Party when they had common sense and when they were up to conversations to say, okay, I know I don't agree with you, sir, on the Democratic Party, but me being a Republican, we have to come to common grounds to make things better for the American people. That's they're the Republicans. I want to talk that I agree with. Now, um, going on, once we started to get into the Tea Party Republicans and the MAGA Republican Party, those are the outskirts of the Republican Party. And again, it's all my opinion. Um, Now, the Tea Party Republicans came to light with President Obama. Um, so okay, I got some of their thinking points, and I'm like, yeah, I don't see it. I don't agree with it. If you want accountabilities, let's go for accountabilities for whoever you vote, whoever they are in office. You know, so I don't agree with getting rid of the I don't agree with blanketing, you know, these agencies under the executive branch. Um yeah. So that's kind of where I'm starting to have the conflict at, like, no, we are supposed to have the integrity of doing independent investigations. That's why we have this group of people in this particular branch of government, because they're not ruled by executive, judicial, and legislation. They're not ruled by any of those three branches. This is like, okay, boom. This is what we do. We're independent from these branches. And now you have a group of people who say they're Republicans to get rid of these programs and these inspectors, and that's unconstitutional because they were made by the legislation branch, which now that means if any decisions need to go be made that affects the entire agency, that has to go through the legislation branch to get passed and all that. With what they're doing with this Doge, whatever, is very unconstitutional. It's not that we don't want accountability for what's going on. We want the accountability, but we want it the proper way, in the way that is constitutional. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm asking. I, I don't know. It's becoming not like nonsense to me at this point. You have these Republican people, or this Republican Party, the MAGA Party, that is allowing a dictator, or let me rephrase this, a person who says he'll become a dictator on day one. They took him, that's convicted of 34 felons, and don't sit there and say the justice system was, rigged. And no, it wasn't. They went through the proper channels through the justice system to indict this person, took him through trial, and a jury found him guilty. And I don't care if it's, you say, yeah, but it's New York. It doesn't matter if it was New York, Delaware, California, Texas, Wyoming, Tennessee, or Kansas. It doesn't matter. It took 12 people of his peers that were asked questions to be determined if they were acceptable or not to be on this jury. The defense and the prosecution both got to ask these people these questions. So it was a fair choice of jurors and the whole 9 yards. So don't sit there and say, yeah, but it was rigged and this and no. That's not the way the justice system works. And if you think that, then I am sorry that you're that gullible. I am, because you're a dumbass if you really want to believe that. I have totally nothing else for you. I don't. But now let's look at the last administrations up to this point. You can see which administrations had indictments. Okay, Obama had zero indictments. You had Trump's original administration. He had indictments. People were found guilty that was in his administration or dealt with his administration. Same with Bush. I'm just okay. I don't get it. And you want to sit here and say that the voting system is not legit. Again, don't give me that line of bullshit. You can't. Fuck. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna go and fall for it this time. You know. So yeah, I'm not. mm, I'm a little bit rambling. I got to start having like a segment type of noting thing notepad so I can keep in track with something. Uh, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna go and fall for that this time around. You people incited a riot. You people turned around and invaded our capital on January 6th. And for you people to sit there and say that it was a peaceful protest, you are nothing but a traitor to this country. You are despicable. You are, like I said, a traitor. And you know what? That's all I got for you. Seriously, that's all I have. You know, you need to get your facts straight. Uh, I sat there and I watched it live when it happened, when it went down. I was working on a truck and I had it playing on my cell phone because I was watching the news at work. And then the next thing I hear is that they're da 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 da. However they started it about the people rioting to the Capitol or stormed the Capitol. I watched it live, and for him to sit back and watch it for as long as he did before he did anything was despicable to me. So yeah, I got nothing. you know, I hope this catches on sooner than later because I like to do these lives, but I also want input. I want people to ask questions. I want to be able to answer them and stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that this will eventually go to my pet tablet, not my tablets, but to my uh, other info. But I'm gonna try to do that now. So I spent 20 minutes rambling, and this was fun. Uh, but I no one's um, picking up, and that's cool. I get it. Because it's my first one. No one even knows I'm out there. You know. But I think I'll come on later, and maybe make an actual video about my experience today at one of the stores. Um, I thought it was outrageous. I did it anyway because I still needed to get it done, and I wanted it done a little bit more professional than I can do it. So I just paid the extra couple of bucks. But then I'll get into that, and then I met this gentleman outside, and him and we started talking, and I don't remember if I said something outside. Oh, I said something inside, which got his attention. And so when I walked out, he, called me over to his truck, and we started talking. And that is what I really want to talk about later. I'll make that as a video, um, and from there, we're going to start trying to put out more content. Um, and I really, really appreciate everything you guys have, with you guys watching, with you guys subscribing, liking my videos. I do like it, and I appreciate it. And before I go off the air, I wanted to put a big thank you out there to my newly marriage, to my newly found wife. Um, we just got married. What is today? Today is the 21st. So we got married 50 days ago, just about 51 days ago. January 1st. I wanted to say thank you to my wife. Uh, I love you, and I appreciate everything you have done for me. Encouraging me to get into an activity with my spare time. And I just really want you to know, Kathy, I greatly appreciate everything you have done. I appreciate the encouragement. I am thrilled you are proud of me. Um, and I just hope that we will have many more days together. Um, and with me saying that, I love you, baby. And I love everybody who likes and shares. And even if you don't like and share and you don't like and subscribe, I still love you. So I am a man of my word. So I will put a video on, I will put some content out tonight. I don't know how much, but I'm going to at least put one piece of content out there. I'm going to try to put it on my TikTok, my YouTube channel, my podcast channel, and Facebook, and all of that to to bring you to my link here to watch it or to listen to it through podcast. So thank you, and I will see you guys soon.